my name is Natalie, and today we're going to be talking about The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. So I started this book sometime in the winter of last year, and I quickly discovered that this was going to be one of my favorite books. The story is very well crafted, the characters are wonderfully diverse and beautiful, and I love every single one of them. I feel like the main character in this book a lot. Her name is Blue Sergeant, and she says that all of the Raven Boys are like, her little family, and I very much felt that when I read this book. Now, what is this book about? Since this is a non-spoiler review, I will just be talking about what the book is actually about, just to get you interested and to get you to read it. You can check out my spoiler review after this and once you've read the book. Okay, so what is The Raven Boys about? Well, there's this girl, and her name is Blue Sergeant. Blue Sergeant is from a family of psychics, although she herself is not psychic. The story begins in a graveyard where her and her aunt, Neve, are sitting on a fence, and they're talking, and it's the night of St. Mark's Eve. St. Mark's Eve is when all the spirits come out, but they're not the spirits that have already died. They are the spirits that are going to die in the next year. Now, if you've ever read William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream, at the end there's a quote about graveyards and people walking through it. This refers to this night, St. Mark's Eve. Now, what's so creepy about this is that psychics have the ability to, in this universe, see these spirits and write down their names. And should those people come to them within the next year, they can tell them, hey, you're gonna die this year, and you should start getting your affairs in order. Now, Blue, because she's not psychic, cannot see these spirits. And therefore, she's just kind of there and she can feel it. But what her ability is she's able to make psychic abilities stronger. So she's, like they say in the book, she's that table at Starbucks everybody wants that has all the chargers and everything. But this night, she sees a spirit, and it's a spirit of a young boy. And she asks the boy what his name is. And he replies, Gansey. That's all there is. Now, the flip side of this is the next chapter, we get to see Gansey. And he is a boy at this prestigious school, Aglenby Academy. And it's for all these rich boys. And he has two friends, well, really three. But you'll kind of see when you read the book that it's kind of only two. But his three friends are Ronan, Adam, and Noah. And he kind of travels with them everywhere. His two main friends, though, are Ronan and Adam. And he shares like a house type of thing with Ronan and everything like that. Not in a weird way. They're kids, and this is just, the place that they live, and they don't live at home because they would have to travel, commute. So it's sort of like a boarding school, but not exactly. Anyway, Gansey, when at young age, was, because he's allergic to hornets, wasps, bees, was stung by a whole ton of bees and died. But he was resurrected saying, if you have lived because of this King Glendower. Someone on the line today has died when they should not, and so you will live when you should not. Now, if you don't know what lines I'm talking about, these are ley lines. If you can see the book, in every corner and at the start of every chapter, there are these three intersecting lines. These three lines symbolize ley lines. If you look them up, they are lines of power, and weird and mystical things can happen on these lines. But because Gansey was risen, he made it his mission to find this king, Glendower, who supposedly, if you meet him, will grant you one wish that you can always have. Now, the whole thing that's creepy about the blue Gansey thing and the ability that she can see his spirit is that means that either Gansey is her true love or she killed him. Now, from a very young age and at the very beginning of the book, we learn that Blue had a prophecy that if she kissed her true love, she would kill him. So I guess you can kind of see where that's gonna go. Also, when Neve turned up at their doorstep, she said, "This'll be the year that you fall in love." And so the story reveals itself as a quest for Glendower, as finding new friends and family within all of the characters. But that's not why I love the book. The reason I love this book is because of the relationship that all of the characters have with one another. They truly form a beautiful and loving family. They all support one another, they're always there for one another, and quite frankly, the whole book itself is the theme of love and understanding that, you know, even if terrible things are going to happen, that you'll always have your friends there by your side to be there for you and to care for you. And, you know, I really love that in a story. A story that has a good foundation like this really, really makes it a enjoyable and lovable read. And when I read this, I remember feeling just so happy all the time, even though it's quite a sad book because, you know, the whole death thing. There is so much in there that's so powerful, and there's so many good themes, and it taught me a lot about human psychology, human feelings, and really about love. And I think that's kind of what we all need right now, especially in this quarantine time. We all need to feel like we have people that we can rely on and who love us. So you should definitely read this book. I mean, remember, there are 3 books that come after this: The Dream Thieves, Blue Lily, Lily Blue, and The Raven King. And they form a quartet, but it is totally worth it, worth every second of your time, every page that you read, everything. This book means so much to me, and I really hope you get to enjoy it. Anyway, bye!